Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title today, we are doing my August wrap up of my September TBR, like how this has happened, how I'm saying this, piece of hair in front of my face, how this has happened, how we are currently now in like September. I have no idea, but it has happened and we are here, so I'm just going to go with it. Apologies for the croaky voice. I've just been camping, back from a festival, ended up with something in my throat and my chest, a bit of a cold as well, chesty stuff, so don't exactly sound great, but you know, we'll go with it. So in the month of August, I finished a total of 3 books, 2 books, 1 graphic novel, and all 3 of these are for the booktubeathon, which was the first week of August. I totally blew myself away by interning for like 4.5 days that week and finishing 3 books. So I shall, you know, I'll go through what I've read, and I've also started another 3 books this month. I've not finished any of them, so I'll also let you know what those ones are. So the first book that I read in the month of August was Yes Please by Amy Poehler. This is it's sort of a bit like a memoir / life lessons she has learned throughout her years, doing comedy, doing TV, as a mother, as a friend. It's charming, it's witty, and I've never seen Parks and Rec. I've never really seen any of Amy Poehler's films apart from Wednesday and Mean Girls, and I still love this. I got so much out of this. There's so much of this which I've highlighted. You can kind of see, yeah, so much of this that I've highlighted, and it's just so cute and charming. Yeah, there's so much that anyone could take from this. She just tells you about lessons she's learned. She doesn't force things on you. She sort of has some controversial opinions on things, but she just goes, this is what I think, if you don't agree, whatevs, and it's just great. It's just great. The second book that I finished in the month of August is actually a graphic novel, and that is Rat Queens Volume 2. Right, I can't really say this properly, but it's The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Nagrath. We're going to go with that. This is obviously the second volume of the Rat Queens series, and it's amazing. If you've not heard of Rat Queens, if you've not read Rat Queens, I would definitely recommend it. It's sort of like Lord of the Rings fantasy type world with a group of 4 mercenaries for hire, but they're all female and they're so diverse, and it's just so cool. At times with this I was a little bit lost, I'm not gonna lie. I got really lost and a bit confused at times just because of the way that this has flashbacks, and it never really tells you that it's in a flashback, so it took me until like 2/3 of the way through when we realised that certain things that happened were flashback as a result of something. I was like, okay, I was just a bit confused. But overall it's really good, and I'm really excited to carry on with the Rat Queen series, as it is just fabulous. And then the third book that I finished in the month of August is Going Down in Flames by Chris Cannon. I also read this as part of the booktubeathon, and this is a YA fantasy novel about dragons. I've fallen in love with this series. I can't believe I haven't even looked into whether there's a second one out yet, because it's so good. Literally I raced through this. I did this in like a day and a half or something ridiculous, and it's like, it's nearly 400 pages. It's so good. It's literally like a world I've never really heard of, like so fun. It's quite political in ways, because the main character, until she's 16, doesn't know anything about the dragon world, doesn't know she's a dragon, and she just sort of gets thrown into this dragon world and this dragon school, and it's all about sort of the political side of her being a crossbreed and just all this cool stuff. And she is an amazing character. Bryn, who is the main character, is amazing, plus so many of the other characters in this are just fab, and it's an amazing world, so I can't recommend this one enough either. So those are the 3 books that I finished in the month of August. The next book I then started but haven't finished yet is this one, and it is The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. I'm reading this for uni. Yeah, it's really interesting, it's really thought-provoking. It's got a lot of sort of case studies and different tests and psychological and sociological studies that people have done. It's all sort of about trends and why things happen the way they do. The thing for it is how little things can make a big difference. It is very thought-provoking. I really need to get back into this and finish this for uni. I'm about 141 pages in. I'm definitely taking my time with it, but I think that's a good thing, because there's a lot to think through, and like there's like a whole chapter about Sesame Street, and to most people that sounds absolutely ridiculous, and actually it's quite interesting, but you know, I'm reading this for uni. I would recommend it if you're doing an arts degree or anything to do, well, maybe not an arts degree, but if you're doing anything to do with trend setting and why things happen, maybe sociology, psychology, any of those sorts of things, definitely try and check this out. And obviously, as I'm only halfway through, this is the first thing on my TBR for September. And the fifth book that I started reading in August is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas, and this is a book filled with Throne of Glass and novellas. I'm in love with the Throne of Glass series. It's incredible. Sarah J Maas is like amazing. Selena is like one of my new favourite characters like ever, and I picked this up because I was reading The Tipping Point and just wanted something fun, wanted a novel, wanted something just fantasy that I could just love, and I knew I loved this world, and actually I am really enjoying this. I'm 106 pages, so I'm just under halfway through, and actually this isn't really novellas, it's sort of just like a prequel. Like, there's into 5 individual novellas, however they all sort of follow on from each other, telling the story of Selena before the Throne of Glass sort of world series started. I'm really enjoying this, especially just seeing Selena in a different way, before she was in the mines, before she was captured, and just learning about her life and seeing about some of her motivations and where like things that we know about her stem from, and it's great. I'm loving this so far. So second thing in my September TBR is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. The sixth book that I read, that I started in August, is Rumours of God by Darren Whitehead and John Tyson. I picked this up at a Christian festival I went to, like, when I'm filming this, it was about 4 days ago, and this was like $2.99 in the bookshop, and it looked really interesting. It's not too thick, so I picked it up. It's really good so far, and it's meant to sort of be about, the tagline is experience the kind of faith you've only heard about, and it's meant to sort of just show you about how, and just talk about how actually the God that we read about, the God that we experience, the God that we hear about in the Bible and his stories of from like across the globe, how that God is actually real, and that God, how we can sort of have that sort of faith and that belief and that relationship with God, with the kind of that we, in modern times often we only think that we know about, and we think that it isn't for us, when actually we can have that too. But I'm like, I'm not even 20 pages through, but this is my the third book on my September TBR. I'm really excited. I'm actually sort of glad I have like this plus a novel, so it's quite going to be a nice mix. The last book on my September TBR is one that I haven't started, and this arrived like 5 minutes before I went to sit down and film this video. My mum Kat was coming upstairs because she'd ordered some books off Amazon, came upstairs, it was on the top of this pile, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've been so excited, and it is Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been so excited for this book. This is the most recent, I think this is the final book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm hoping it is, because if it's not, then I dread to think how big the next one is going to be, because this is over 600 pages. I'm like, this is ridiculous, we don't like books this big, but it's Sarah J Maas, it's Celine Sardothian, I want to know what happens. I'm so excited for this book. I'm so excited. Like, look, oh man, so excited. So this is the last book that's on my TBR in September. So I've got like 3 books that I'm halfway through, one which I haven't started, which is 600 pages. I don't think I'm going to be finishing anything else. So once I finish Assassin's Blade, I'm going to go straight onto this. But this arriving today, Queen of Shadows arriving today, is the most insane and amazing motivation to finish Assassin's Blade, so I can get to this and read this and see what's going to happen next. Because this world is like, it's one of my absolute favourites. Like, I love fantasy, and this world is just incredible, and it's Celine Sardothian, and she's so kick-ass, and Sarah J Maas has just written and developed and crafted this incredible world, and I am so excited. So there we have it, friends, the 3 books that I read in August and the 4 books that are on my September TBR. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like and subscribe if you did, and if you read any of the books that I've talked about, if you're excited about Queen of Shadows, or you have any other comments on any of the books that I've featured in this video, then let me know in the comments. If you've got any requests for video reviews of any of those that I've talked about, or if you've got any recommendations for me to do with or related to the books that I'm reading at the minute, again, let me know in the comments, and I shall see you soon, guys. Bye.